Hello, hello. This is Atlas Leaf, also known as Doc. We are on Let's Play of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, we've explored Kokiri Forest, we've entered the Great Deku Tree, exploring both the upper sections, and now we're at the very bottom, Basement 2. And we are ready to take on Queen Gohma. So far, we've only seen Gohma's larva before, and here we go. And what is that? Immediately, the room is dark, unsettling. The rest of the Deku Tree, even though its interior has always felt kind of bright, almost sunlit, tranquil, this room is none of that. And the light fades. So unsettling, that eye movement. Parasitic armored Arachnid, Gohma. It's one of the parasitic monsters inside the Deku Tree. Its eye is vulnerable when it's red. And we are thrown immediately into a fight. Let's stun the terrifying monster. It immediately retreats out of reach, continues to crawl around menacingly, and does this. So unsettling. Gohma larva. Not only is the Gohma itself terrifying, it's rapidly making more of them. Now where did you go? Oop, you're closer than I thought you were. And there we have it. Such a striking boss for the inside of the Great Deku Tree. It vanishes into what I assume is like foul-smelling dark smoke and a heart container. You've collected 1 containers in total. And now, we have just increased our health to 4 hearts, which is really significant. But before I leave, let's discuss this room. It's so unsettling. So far, the Great Deku Tree, while it has mechanical elements, they've all been still very natural seeming. Everything's been made of wood, and we really haven't seen the color red. We've seen the purple of the Deku Babas, we've seen natural spiders. Well, I guess unnatural spiders because they are sculptureless. And then here, these dark pillars that look almost burned? Unhealthy. We have an unsettling mist, and we have this unpleasant red hue that's glowing. There might almost like as though there was a fire that's burned out the core of this deep taproot of the Deku Tree. Certainly a fitting location for Queen Gohma. Well done, Atlas. thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I've yet more to tell ye. Will thou listen? Yes. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nayru, the goddess of wisdom. Feyor, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nayru poured her wisdom into the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Feyor, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and the golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Atlas, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take the stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. You got the Korkuru's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Atlas. Thou art courageous. Nave the fairy, help Atlas to carry out my will. I entreat thee, ye Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Atlas. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. Yeah, I want to come back here to linger as we discuss just what happened, because that was a lot. We fought Queen Gohma. You expect after a victory like that for the day to be saved, and instead we have all of the seriousness is increased. The Great Deku Tree tells us that he was doomed before we started. He tells us about the terrible curse that the man from the desert placed upon him, yet also tells us about the history of the world, how it came to be, 3 golden goddesses, and then tells us exactly where we need to go. You need to go find the Princess of Destiny in Hyrule Castle before passing. And there's so much about this that is also heavy, yet also so hopeful. He knows this is Hyrule's last chance, and so he sends us off. A lot of complex emotions, complex scenes, sets the stage for what will happen next, and so heavy. So heavy. And then watching the color drain from him. Oh, my soul. Now, there's been, at least for me, I've always wondered, like, why ask us to go inside the Great Deku Tree? Why did he ask us to go inside and fight Queen Gohma, even though he knew he was already perishing? And my thought is, perhaps it was to prevent Gohma from becoming free. Gohma seems terrifying, was rapidly making more tiny monster Gohmas. I think that Great Deku Tree knew that he, being the fact he was out of time, couldn't leave the forest unprotected. And so the first thing he does for testing your courage is save the forest, even though he doesn't really tell you that outright. And then to go into the history of the world creation is such a strong turn. But I think it also sets the stage as like, what is important right now? What is going on? The man in black, he wants the Triforce. But why is the Triforce important? It's because it's the essence of the goddesses of creation. And then spells out exactly how important and powerful they are. Din with her flaming arms created the physical world. Nairu poured her wisdom, her mind into this world, and then Farur, with a rich spirit, put all the life on the world to uphold the law of the world, and saying that this, the essence of goddesses who can craft worlds, is at stake. And then we're back in the forest where everything started, as though nothing has happened and everything has happened. Just sets the stage for a grandiose adventure. It's tempting to linger here, especially with how bright everything is after fighting Gohma. But we've got a quest to get onto. It's tempting to linger in the moment, but it's time to cross the threshold. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is, where's Sarah at? I liked how each of the individual houses feels like their owners. Sarah's house is bright. It feels like a place people can gather. I like the little detail of the hearts on top, making it really easy to spot. Also right next door to Link's, which is fun. Mido was very upset. Did something happen to him? Oh, I may have missed a bit of dialogue because I immediately wandered back to the Great Deku Tree. Mido, if you talk to immediately after you discuss with the Deku Tree, says how awful he blames you for the Deku Tree's death, as though you failed in some way. And I imagine that the Great Deku Tree passing would be terribly frightening. That's all the Kokiri have ever known, guardian spirit of the forest, protector of Hyrule indirectly, with the forest acting as a barrier for the rest of the world. And now the Great Deku Tree is gone. Really setting the stakes as now everything rests on you. The Great Deku Tree wants us to go to visit the princess at Hyrule Castle. Shouldn't we get going? I guess. Time to cross the threshold. Time to start an adventure. Where are you going? To the castle? Where is the castle? And now, you're no longer blocking the way. We will die if we leave the forest. You're not going to try to leave the forest, are you? Forest folk shall not leave these woods. But the Great Deku Tree sent me on a mission. Oh, you're leaving. There's our friend. I knew that you'd leave the forest someday, Atlas, because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. You received the fairy ocarina. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. And we go from the forest to Hyrule Field. Ooh, and there is a giant owl, one of my absolute favorite characters. Now, I'll probably chat with him, then I'll talk about my thoughts about the forest bridge. Hoot hoot, Atlas, look up here. It appears the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. This is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Press start to enter the subscreens. Did you get all that? Yes. Alright then, I'll see you around. Hoot 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 hoot. So, here is our map. We've gone from Kokiri Forest, and now we're in Hyrule Field. Our small cozy woods, and now bright sunny field. So, I always think that the scene on the bridge with Sarah is really striking, because Sarah knows you're leaving, doesn't try to stop you, even though it does definitely seem like she's very sad that you're leaving. But she also states that she knows you're different from her and her friends. And until this point, you haven't had a fairy, so I think you really are strikingly different. And then Hyrule Field immediately throws some curveballs at you. We have a Peahat. Its weak point is its roots. We go from Deku Shrubs and Deku Babas, which are bound to their roots, to a Peahat. Terrifying, giant, immediately sets the stage for Hyrule Field is not Kokiri Forest. Kokiri Forest is safe, sheltered. The sun goes down and Style Childs come out. Don't be afraid of the Style Child, just attack it repeatedly. And now everything is different. The world is far bigger than you thought it was, and outside of the forest it's scary. Within the forest it's always that calm, not quite twilight, not quite midday, that sort of gentle pollen haze that settles over everything. And then you step out into Hyrule Field, We have bright sunshine and dark nighttime. And I think it really establishes that the world doesn't revolve around you. Day passes, things flow, time moves forward. And here is our owl again. Don't want to Z-target you guys. Oh, I don't think I can quite chat with the owl from this distance. There we go. Hey Atlas, wait a second, friend. Beyond this point, you'll find Kakariko Village. Have you seen the Princess of Hyrule? If not, I suggest you go to the castle. Did you get all that? I did. You're the only one who can complete the quest ahead. You must do your best. Ooh. And daytime is back. So I really like the fact that they have the owl waiting at the entrance to Kakariko Village, because so you went from the forest, which, while being kind of a starting area and does have an entrance to Lost Woods, is relatively enclosed. Now you're in Hyrule Field. There's all these different ways you could go. Could be really easy for someone to get lost or overwhelmed. And if you were to come down here on your way to the castle, you could easily decide to, or mistakenly, take the path up to Kakariko Village. But then there's our friend, the owl, who then puts us right back on track for our quest. Ooh. Here is a little secret as well. Didn't quite roll in time. And now that we've crossed Hyrule Field, we are in one of my absolute favorite locations, Castletown. Immediately sets the tone with this song. I really like Castletown's theme. So we went from Kokiri Forest, which is cheerful, and then we went to Hyrule Field, which is uplifting, epic, and now we're in Castletown, which is bustling. And here's an interior, cozy. The music always sets the stage. No matter how many times I revisit this game, it's always fun to smash pots. Man, I am so bored. Things would sure be more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. That's just between you and me, okay? Anyway, maybe we'll let off some steam by breaking these jars. You should wish there were more troubles in the world. You're a guardsman. You should want less troubles in the world. And another spider. One of the things I love about Ocarina of Time is everything has a place. This little guard outpost with these arrow slits feels like it's here for a reason. It feels like this was here for defending the walls of the castle, but it's been so peaceful so long that now it's just used for storage. We still got the long spears on the wall, a shield, but they feel kind of like they're just remnants of old age conflict. And now we're in the market. Everywhere we've seen so far has been pretty quiet, pretty chill. The market is an abundance of noise, color, and people. So fun. But I think I'm gonna have to leave the exploration of this place for the next episode. It's been real fun to have you along. I hope you've enjoyed my ramblings about one of my absolute favorite stories. And I think I'm gonna have to catch you guys in the next episode. So, I hope you have a good day. Hope to chat with you again. Alright now, goodbye.